gonna change, and we are gonna change it. By we, I'm mostly talking about the teenagers and young adults of today. I'm talking about Gen Z. If you haven't noticed, Gen Z is scary, powerful, and secretly a 5-year-old. We can range from having an extremely large influence over extremely important political situations to not being able to sleep because you remember that one time 5 years ago when a waiter said, "Enjoy your meal," and you said, "You too." We are a force to be reckoned with, and yet sometimes a gentle wind can blow us out. However, as I mentioned before, we have had a lot of influence in the shaping of today's society. We have either influenced or shown our opinion to the public, creating a chain of events that can make that big change. For example, if we don't like the action someone did, we can just say, "Can't let them get away with that." We will then show why we believe that they are in the wrong, or we simply show that we don't really like this person anymore. And sometimes we occasionally decide to kindly and respectfully destroy people's egos. Sometimes the method of destruction that we use is fairy comments. For those of you who haven't heard of fairy comments before, they are comments that people can put under other people's social media posts that are designed to look like compliments but are actually hilarious insults. To put it in short, they are made up of 2 parts. The first part is the part that looks like a compliment, or the beginning of one at least, and the second part is where the insult comes in. And these parts are separated by happy, cute-looking emojis, which even draw more attention to the actual comment, causing more people to see them and acknowledge them. This is what fairy comments look like. They definitely look like a joke, but they are actually a visual representation of the change that we can make. We are turning parts of the influence we have from just simple words to actual visual differences. We are using our own humor to invoke change. Even if we don't make a big difference, we make our presence known. And we prove our existence to the world and show that even when we are this young, we are not voiceless. While fairy comments are pretty fun, they are not what makes us powerful. In fact, what we do in most situations is pretty straightforward. We do everything an average person should do. We recognize a problem, we state our opinion, we explain it, we give reasoning, we make a plan about what we're going to do, and finally execute that plan. The difference between the average person and the people who actually execute their plan is unity. We figured out that if we didn't stick together, if we didn't stand by each other, then we wouldn't make a difference in this mess of a world that we were born in. It doesn't matter how great of a plan someone may come up with. It doesn't really mean anything if you don't have the support of other people. Of course, support can come after years and years, but we have the bravery and the patience, sometimes, to wait for it. Even though we are more unified than most, that doesn't mean that we are fearless in situations. Sometimes taking action can be terrifying and controversial even, but we still do it because we recognize what's important and we fight for it nonetheless. As teenagers, we are part child and part adult. This means that the child in us can be scared and just wants to be protected, but the adult in us needs to make a change, needs to be heard, needs to help make a difference. Even though we can become more terrified with the things we can learn in certain situations, with the things we know can happen, we still do it. Because no one else is protecting us, so we eventually have to protect ourselves. We are the most individual, yet reliant people. But being reliant doesn't make us weak, it makes us strong because of our unification. Needing help, asking for it, giving help is what makes us strong. That's sad. In fact, it is one of the main tools that allows us to change the world we do. Some time ago, parts of the world realized how powerful we are. People have come to realize that we are one of the biggest influences of pop culture and cancel culture. We are the target group of so many marketing campaigns because some companies have realized how much power we hold. We are the holders of change. We are stupidly chaotic, and yet somehow we achieve everything we want and more. We are powerful. We are a force to be reckoned with. We are Gen Z. Thank you.